like to thank Representative Steinberg for his invitation, and at this time, I'd like to turn this over to our county manager, Mike Renshaw. Mike.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm going to keep my comments brief. I promised my chairman I would. I would be remiss for not thanking a large handful of folks, though. So let me just start out. Just give you all a brief history. We first started this project in probably late November, early December of last year. And by start, I mean we started to formalize relationships with some of the local folks. We're blessed here in Camden County, I found out, that we had a lot of institutional knowledge, a lot of library science knowledge here in the community. So we started the project out by forming a planning committee, a library planning committee. And if you bear with me, I just want to, by name, introduce those folks to you, some of which are here this morning with us. Ms. Kara Pipkin and Mr. Matt Powell, two Camden High School students that served well on that library planning committee. Mrs. Gwen Westcott, who's with us. Mr. Reed Adams, Mrs. Lynn Pulaski, Mrs. Judy Renshaw, Commissioner Sandy Duckwall, Ms. Megan Godfrey, Mrs. Vicki Hagemeister, Mrs. Anita Cookville, Mrs. Monique Chambly, Mrs. Nell Morrison, Mrs. B. Farabee, and Mrs. Wendy McPherson. Again, I just want to thank those folks because, as Chairman Megg said, certainly on my part, I had no information regarding how to start up a library. So we really tapped in and relied heavily on those folks during the initial stages of the project. So I wanted to personally thank each and every one of those folks for participating. I also wanted to thank, Chairman Meggs mentioned the fact that the project was brought in on budget. I wanted to personally recognize and thank Mr. and Mrs. Mark Gregory for their work with Harkin Associates. No change orders. To think back, where you're standing right now, literally, what, Mark, back in March, I want to say, it was a dirt floor. I mean, it was basically a shell building, well constructed, but we're literally standing on what was a dirt floor. In just a few short months, with Mark's expert guidance and expertise, contracting knowledge, we're able to bring to fruition what you see here this morning. So I just wanted to thank Tark Associates for their tremendous job. Again, I'm going to keep the remarks brief, and I'm going to kind of wrap up by saying this. I mean, we're really blessed here in Camden County. This is an historic event. The last county out of 100 counties in North Carolina to have its own library. It's a tremendous honor for me to be a part of the project. It really was. What little bit I played. Want to thank, again, the library planning board. I almost forgot to mention those folks by name, and I want to because this is the group that kind of transitioned from the planning committee and is now the formal library board, which has been appointed by the Board of Commissioners. Let me just recognize those folks real quickly. Again, Mrs. Nell Morrison, Mr. Reed Adams, Mrs. Gwen Westcott, Mrs. Anita Cookville, Mrs. B. Farabee, Mrs. Wendy McPherson, Mrs. Monique Chambly, and Judy Renshaw, my wife. Thank you so much for all your and I would also be remiss, you know, as we partner here in the community, we rely on a lot of resources and expertise and knowledge that we personally may not have. And I want to also recognize Ms. Kelly Thorsby from the Chamber of Commerce for all of her expert guidance, for being here, number one, this morning. Thank you, Kelly, so much. The Chamber is a wonderful partner here in this community as far as, you know, most other communities as well. But the Elizabeth City Area Chamber of Commerce does a tremendous job supporting us here at Camden